Hey there, Gainers. This is your host from the newly formed YouTube channel and blog, Wayne and Gain. Now, if you follow my website / blog, Wayne and Gain, or maybe you've even seen this article on a few other websites, basically about a kid from Texas that rents out cars while living in South America. Now, most of y'all have heard of Airbnb, the website application that lets you rent out your home, your apartment, even your couch to strangers for extra income. Now, basically what this kid did, or let's be real here, what I did, me, myself, I use another part of the peer-to-peer rental economy, and it's these applications that let you rent out cars to strangers. These applications such as Turo, HyreCar, and GetAround all have one thing in common. They let you rent out cars for income, for extra income, for money. And what I did is basically turn that into a real business. So let's get into the story of how it started off. Also, basically 2 years ago, I took my car that I bought when I was 17. It's a 2003 luscious red Ford Mustang. 10 years past its prime, 190,000 miles on it, dents on it, and just a touch of hail damage on the top roof. Now this car, if I were to have sold it back then, I would have been lucky to get maybe $2,000 off of it. So what I did though instead was put it on the #1 car sharing platform there is right now, Turo. And within 2 weeks I had made $700. And I had realized that there is quite a demand for this kind of service. And so what I did is I took, the earnings from that and a little bit of money that I saved up and went and bought another car and immediately rented that out. Even before I bought a car, I had put it on the website, put on the application, and I had a renter within a few hours. So, it started working out great. And over a few months, I took those 2 cars and with the earnings, and I took it to 12 cars in literally 1 month. I think I got 10 cars. Yeah, literally, it was the month of October 2 years ago, and I went from 2 to 12 cars, and I was making, I think I was making 10, 11, 12 grand per month, with everything varying slightly because sometimes you make, you can charge fees, and so if someone goes over the mileage limit, you can kind of be a dick and decide to charge them for the fees, and their cards are hooked up to Turo and everything. So as long as you have your proofs showing that they went over the mileage, boom, you could turn a 2-day rental into a $500-600 gain. So, and that's up to you if you want to do something like that. But basically, that's how these things start. So the main idea, the message I want you guys to really take away from these videos, my website, blog articles, is that the demand for this right now, for owners in the car rental applications, is incredible. And these applications haven't even yet become as well known as, an Airbnb. Which is crazy to think about because all my cars, they rented out every minute of every day. So basically, I'm saying we can all coexist. I think people just need a little bit of guidance. They don't know what's out there. They don't know how easy it is. They don't know, which applications are available in their city or state. So right now, I'm going to take a bit of time to kind of highlight the main 3 and give you a little bit of pros and cons on each one. So with that, let's dive into that. Now, taking a look at HyreCar. What you need to know about HyreCar is your cars are literally rented out for people to use to drive for Lyft and Uber. Now, this isn't a huge deal because normally you will get more per day on a normal car, say 35 to 45, just on a normal Toyota Corolla, which is probably a little bit more than you can get on Turo or GetAround. But your cars are going to be driven quite a bit. I mean, anybody driving Lyft and Uber is going to drive those cars 200 miles a day at least. So that's kind of the cons of HyreCar. As well as HyreCar, they have an application, but if you look at the ratings of this application, uh, you know, on the App Store, it's at 2 stars because it is simply not usable. I don't know what the deal is yet, but HyreCar just hasn't, you haven't got it together on that end of things. So basically, nobody is using the message system. You're gonna have to talk to these people on the phone, and it takes longer for drivers to get approved, which is a good and a bad thing. Drivers, they have to get their own insurance, which takes about a day. So it's about a day or two in between new rentals. The positives with HyreCar is definitely you're gonna have somebody that rents the car for months. You're gonna keep it with one person. They're gonna treat the car most likely as their own because they know they're putting the wear and tear on it. So they will go out and get the oil changed. They'll get the tires repaired. Anything to keep the vehicle and keep making their money. And also, HyreCar is basically available in any state and city that Uber or Lyft is allowed. Looking at the application GetAround. Now, GetAround is literally set up to rival Turo. It is set up practically exactly the same. It's got the same, interface in the application. The messaging system is pretty good. You could solely use that if you want to. The biggest problem is it's not available everywhere. It's available in about 12 cities right now. Now, be it they're pretty major cities, but I mean, for example, it's not in Dallas, which is the city I'm from. So yeah, that's kind of tough. And I actually want to show you guys something. I tried to get some more on this. I sent them an email, and here's what we got. In an email to GetAround support team, I asked, hey, just wanted to reach out and see if there's any plan to expand to other cities. And the reply I got was, Tyler, thank you for reaching out to us and your interest in GetAround's expansion. As a matter of fact, yes, we have lots of plans for expansions in different cities. For now, GetAround is currently available and lists the cities that it is currently available in. Now, I was kind of hoping to get you guys a little bit of an actual plan for dates of when it'd be expanding to other cities. But for now, I guess, we just have to accept that there's probably real no plans to expand, but they really would like to. Maybe a later out they get bought out by Turo, as Turo has done with other, applications that competing against them. So we'll see where that goes. Now let's talk about the A plus company right now, and that's Turo. Now Turo has just simply been around longer. They're doing things a lot better. Everything's more well put together. The application is smooth. The messaging system is great. I mean, I literally never talk to anybody on the phone. I normally just send them a few messages in the messaging center, and that's it. Turo's in almost every city and state. It's only not available in New York, and it's actually available in almost every country now too. I live in Medellin, Colombia for the most part while I'm renting out all my cars, and I look on the app in Medellin, Colombia, and yeah, there's cars that pop up ready to rent. So that's pretty surprising. They got a pretty good hold on the marketplace. You can also make quite a bit of money other than just the normal earnings you get per day per the car. You can set the mileage that the driver has each day to very low. You can set to as low as 100, and then after those 100 miles, if they use more than that, you can charge them, up to as many dollars as you want, honestly, per mile over. Now, I mean, I would pick your spots on those kind of fees and charges. I think I have mine set at 75 cents. But if you do have a nicer car, such as a Porsche, yeah, you're probably going to charge like a mile or $1 or so per mile over on a nicer car like that. I would say the only downside Turo is almost too convenient. It's very, very simple to make a profile and rent the car out. So there have been times where I have felt slightly uncomfortable renting to people. And so, and it's just simple. You call Turo, you let them know, or you take precautions beforehand. And if you read some of my later articles or even check out my website, I'll show you how I took precautions and made sure I felt safe about every single person stepping in my car without even being there, meeting them in person. So definitely Turo's an A+. Um, GetAround I would put at a C just because simply there's not available everywhere. I mean, it's literally exactly like Turo. It's just not available. And then HyreCar I would put at a B. Again, it's available everywhere, but it doesn't have a good application, and the people are going to be using your car, to do Uber and Lyft all day, and that's putting a lot of miles on there. Again, there are mileage limits, and you can charge them after the mileage, but it can only be 25 cents per mile over, and that's something HyreCar has set up themselves. So you really have no say in that. So I mean, that's most of my thoughts on these three applications. So that's what I got for you guys today. If you like this video, you want more of it, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave some comments in the commentary, and I'll be back real soon. Again, this is your host, Mr. Wayne from the channel Wayne and Gain, signing